Hi, I'm Bob.
And I'm Sarah.
Wait, where's Mom?
And I'm Kathy.
Oh, this is Sarah, our daughter. And today we're taking a day trip to Sedona, Arizona. Everybody ready?
Ready?
Ready.
Join us and let's see what we can see on Old People Driving Around.
Welcome to another adventure of old people driving around. If you're new to this channel, let me explain what we're all about. As newly retired people, we are adventuring out to enjoy life a bit, especially coming off a year of COVID lockdown. Whether you just want to follow what we are doing or you are trying to get ideas for your own adventures, we hope to provide information and entertainment on this channel. Enjoy! Today, we are heading up to Sedona, Arizona from our temporary stay in Scottsdale. Sedona is an area you can spend several days exploring, more if you are a real outdoors person who hikes. We are just coming up for the day. We looked at staying overnight at one of the hotels, but prices in May are fairly high, so we'll make it just a day trip. Our main goals for this day are to get a feeling for the Sedona area, see some of the beautiful mountain sights, and take a short hike, hoping to make it an easy day and not try to squeeze too much. Sarah, our daughter, who's joining us on this adventure, suggested we make a visit to Cottonwood, about a half hour away. We'll show you that also.
The trip up to Sedona would take about 2 hours, depending on where around Phoenix you start out. Once you leave the outskirts of Phoenix, the view is similar to our trip down to Tucson. Open desert with far-off mountains. I'll leave a link at the end to our video on our visit to the Tucson area and the drive up Mount Lemmon. That's another beautiful adventure. Shortly after you turn on to Route 179, you'll start to see the red rocks of the Sedona area. This is an amazing sight. Route 179 passes right by Bell Rock. We'll be back to see this site up close later. As you approach Sedona, there are many of these mini traffic circles or roundabouts at the crossroads. And soon civilization comes into great presence. There are a lot of hotels, shops, restaurants, and other businesses, and the traffic becomes more congested.
We decided to find a nice easy hike first while the temperature wasn't too hot. We just Googled to find a relatively easy hike. There seemed to be a nice one called the Sedona Airport Loop Trail, so we headed up the mountain to park. There is a great scenic overlook just across from the parking lot. This gives you a great view of Sedona. I was surprised how big and built up Sedona has become. Then again, it is one of the most beautiful places in the country. Who wouldn't want to live here? We saw what we thought was the beginning of the trail, but we made a mistake. Instead of taking the airport loop trail, we ended up on the Sedona View Trail. This trail led down the mountain to the Sedona Trail viewpoint and the airport mesa. I really liked this trail and its beautiful vistas of the mountains and town below. The only caution with this trail is that there are a lot of rock in the ground, so you have to keep an eye on where you're placing your feet so that you don't trip. There's a nice variety of trees, plants, and cactus. Once you reach the bottom of the trail, there's another great lookout. This one looks to the east. And for those who want an even greater view, there's a hill that provides a 360-degree view of the area. Be aware that some feel a little unsure because the top is rounded, not providing a level horizon to fix on.
There are many fine restaurants in Sedona, but they will fill up fast, so reservations are encouraged. We found a nice restaurant for lunch in the Tlaquepaque village. Tlaquepaque is a word from the Nahuatl Native Indian language, the ancient language of the Aztecs, meaning the best of everything. Coming out from lunch, I found a friend who told me a valuable secret. Watch out for the shopping. Too late, the ladies wanted to peruse the shops. There are shops everywhere. This village has many little courtyards with all different types of shops. Oh, the joys of shopping. We then decided to try some wine tasting. In the village, we found this nice little wine shop which provides tasting of some Arizona wines. We got to sample 4 wines for $15 each person. A nice relaxing respite from shopping. There was this cute little chapel. I couldn't find out why it was here. Whenever I'm in a new area, I like to simply drive around. Sometimes I just drive without any route to see what the area looks like. Sometimes I purposely get lost and then use GPS to find my way back. It's my way of getting a feel for the region. Instead of getting lost, this time we decided to take a side trip to the town of Cottonwood. We had heard it was an interesting place. It was nice to get out of the Sedona traffic. It's a short 30-minute drive out to Cottonwood.
Cottonwood has a main street with lots of shops, restaurants, and wait for it, wine rooms. After all that sightseeing, we had to stop for a snack. Where else? A brewery. Next, we took a different route back to Sedona to take a closer look at Bell Rock. What is Bell Rock? As you might have guessed, it's a rock outcrop that looks like a large bell. Bell Rock is said to have very strong vortex energy, making it a favorite meditation location. But what is a vortex? Vortexes are believed to be mystical centers of energy that have healing powers and facilitate meditation, deep thought, and thinking. I don't know if it's the churning of energy or simply the majestic beauty of Sedona, but one can't help but feel happy and alive. For those with earthlier desires, you can actually climb up Bell Rock.
Well, we're on our way back to Scottsdale after a fun day in the Sedona area. So let's conclude with our trips for this adventure. Sarah, what's your tip?
My tip is take Route 179 into town for beautiful views of the Red Rocks. And when you're done, make sure you take 89A over to Cottonwood for some wine tasting on your ride home.
Kathy?
My tip is if you're hiking at midday, do wear your hat. Even though you might think it would make you feel a little bit hotter, it will not. It will shade you and help you feel more comfortable.
And my tip is that there's a lot to do in Sedona and the surrounding area. Don't feel like you have to do everything. Pick a few things, maybe some shopping and a hike and some scenic tours, and that's it, especially if you're here just for a day. If you're here longer, then you got more things to plan. Well, thanks for joining us on our trip to Sedona and the Sedona area. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next adventure.